should be live, hopefully. Good morning. Morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Good morning, Franco, if you're here, and good morning, Gerald, if you're here. No coffee this morning. I got to go upstairs and make it, so I'll excuse myself for just a moment. Well, you guys will come with me. So I'm not taking a break. I'm just going to get the coffee soon. Other thing is, this is the third stream in a row without charging the 18650 cell, so I'm just going to check to make sure it is still a good voltage. 3.6. We're going to check that in an hour or so. Morning, Locke. Franco is not. Yeah, he often goes for a nap. So 3.6 volts. We're probably going to be okay. But if not, I do have another cell, and I don't know the state of charge. But there she blows. It's a cell I keep on standby for just these situations. Oh, 4 volts. So if I need to, I can just switch to this cell. We'll be good. But we're going to let this one drain down a bit. These cells don't work very hard. They are used power tool battery cells that were sent by a viewer. And yeah, they still have some capacity left, so I use them in this capacity. So that is that. So come with me. We're going to get my coffee. Then I had Claude? GPT? I think I had GPT generate the code we need. So we're going to see if we can get our things working. Okay. No coffee in the cup yet. I'm going to be a little quiet because I don't know if Furrow is still sleeping or not. I hope she is. Like so. Like so. And then get my creamer. And then downstairs I go. I'll save the stirring for when I'm there. Almost down, almost down. Trying not to spill any coffee. And I am back. So, today's stream, going to try to get this PCB functioning. So that's going to be probably frustrating, let's be honest. This is the second night in a row that I have not slept well. So we will see how long I can stream for. I mean, if I gotta go, I gotta go. It's just, it is what it is. Nothing against you guys. I'm just gonna try my best to keep it together. I was awake between 11:30-ish and 3:30-ish last night, so pretty tired. I think if that happens again, I'm probably just gonna see if I can do some coding on my laptop. I just don't want to wake up my wife, and I'm not very comfortable in bed on my laptop, so I might even just get out of bed. But I didn't want to cancel the stream on you guys for a couple of reasons. You hate that. Yeah, me too. I mean, I have to say, as much as like I mentioned yesterday, there's like a family crisis going on. As much as I'd like to say it doesn't affect me, and I'm cool-headed and sort of like above it all and whatever, aloof about it, it is on my mind. So, you know, it's a total lie, but just I'm not outwardly. Very hard to type in bed. Yeah, I have a Steam Deck. I have a Steam Deck, which, if you guys don't know, it's a really nice device. I bought a refurbished one a long time ago. Steam Deck, and the idea was I'll be able to play in bed when I can't sleep, but it's a little awkward to hold. It's quite heavy. It's a little awkward to hold in bed. When I went to the emergency room last month, I had it with me, and that made it awesome because it was a 12-hour ordeal. So, yeah. Okay then. So let's see if we can here. Let's turn on the power. Sorry about the flashbang. So let's see if the bit banged code works. I don't know how we're going to test to see if it works. We're just going to have to assume if I put the transmitter code in here and the receiver code in here, hopefully we're going to see something on the output of here. I don't know. I don't know how to probe. I can probe the transmit. I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can probe the antenna, see if we can catch anything, but I don't know if we will. Most emergency rooms are 12-hour ordeals. Yeah, that's right. And to be fair, when my dad had gone to the emergency room a couple years ago, he was seen right away because he was having chest pains and difficulty breathing. Boom, rushed to the front of the line. He was not even in the hospital for 5 minutes before he had a doctor attending to him. I had a reaction to medication, but I wasn't in any immediate danger. I just wanted to go there to make sure I was going to be fine. I could just have some medical opinion. So that's why it took so long. There are people that walked in there with like broken limbs and whatever. They were seen way before me, and that's okay. That's the triage system. So the point is, I managed to go to the emergency room. I was seen by a doctor, and I didn't have to sell my graphics card because of it. So I'm happy about that. I'm good with that. What I'm not good with, I guess I'm not using this, so I'll just use this USB. I was going to say, because I don't have a USB. This little vise I've been using to secure like my USB cable. Locke, did you have a look at your mini PC yesterday? It was you, right, Locke? Shit. Was it MT? No, it was you. Sorry, I'm running on very little sleep right now. Yeah. There we go. You bastard. Guitar guy. Yeah, it was MT. Okay. Ugh. There we go. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I always think MT is in Montreal, but he's not. Because I think his old tag was MTL-ATC. Okay. Boot. Good. All right, let's go check our bit banging code. I saved it in a writer document, but I'll just go get it from ChatGPT overall. Okay, so I don't remember what I asked. Oh yeah, what I did is I actually saved the prompt as well. So this is the demands. So I can modify this. I can ask Claude or Gemini thinking or whatever. The problem now is to make what is a known arc? What is this? I don't know what this is saying. Anyways, here it is. So TX code. Let's open Arduino. I'm like beside myself with fatigue. New sketch. Some indexes could not be updated. Okay, I don't know what that means. So I'm not sure. It still uses the RF24 library, but it's bit banging SPI. And we got serial. Okay, so I mean, we should be able, this should work. Let's change the board. We're gonna go for the wave share. And let's see if it compiles. Good morning, JB. Expects one argument. Expects 3, expects 1. Well, thanks. Copy. This is why I'm learning a code, folks. Trying to compile the TX code and get a ton of errors. I should have asked Gemini thinking. You know what? I think that's what I might do. Or Claude or something. Okay, transmitter code. Let's just see if Gemini can get it right. I'm gonna take this. Let's see. It must use the RF24. Uh-oh, this is pure C? Will this compile? That's not correct. Yeah, I went to the emergency room, didn't have to sell my graphics card. Yeah, that's accurate. I promise you, I'm getting better at coding, and this is just for the now. I promise you, especially at Python. That is a promise. By this time next year, I will not be the same coder as you see here. I am getting better. I wouldn't say it's easy. I am really like fighting my way through a lot of this stuff. I'm having to argue with the teacher, which is an AI chatbot. But I promise you guys, I will become a competent coder eventually. Right now I'm using the tools at my disposal to let complete not be the enemy of done. Perfect be the enemy of complete, or whatever. Okay, so we should get, there should be a clock, oh, there is a clock signal. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a clock signal. Hey, ITT. Hey, I think I fixed the winding problem until I get my parts to permanently fix them. So let me know if you hear the winding problem. I was thinking, JB, I was thinking of making a channel called Dan Learns to Code, or Dan Learns Code, or Dan Codes, or something like that, because I have opinions on coding. So we've got signals on everything. Let me probe. I don't know if this is a stupid thing, but I'm going to probe the antenna. There's no way I'm going to capture a 2.4 gigahertz signal, right? But I would love to see a bump or something. I know my scope is only at 200 megahertz. So a 2.4 gigahertz is probably way out of the league there, but me too. Yeah, but my JB, my opinions will come as a person who selected a language based on the feedback on that language. I think one of my big problems with Python is that the marketing for it, everybody, like I watched the Python documentary, you read stuff on Blue Sky from professional devs, they say Python is just executable pseudocode. That is complete BS, like 100% BS. It is not super human readable. Maybe it is human readable compared to like machine code, but compared to reading a book, absolutely not. The other thing is that Python specifically says that being explicit is better than being implicit. However, most of Python is abstracted. It's a language that is almost more abstracted than Arduino C. It's crazy. There are so many little rules you have to learn by heart. It's not something you can intuit. It's pretty crazy. I have opinions, anyways, is what I'm saying. Okay, so this one is at the moment, as far as we know, transmitting stuff. Always wondered if some of the AIs that we use is a boiler room full of people in a third world country. No, Locke. I can almost guarantee you that. Nobody can read text and spit out text as fast as even the slowest thinking models can. There's not a chance. Now, things like Musk's robots, those things are likely mechanical Turks. And by mechanical Turks, it means, I think it used to mean literally people in Turkey doing things over the internet. But I think, yeah, a lot of the AI-driven robots are just people with VR headsets and hand controls. I think that's the gist. So this one is transmitting, or I don't know, it's doing something. It's getting SPI, it's getting all that stuff. So let's swap now to the RX code. We're going to plug this into boot. There we go. It's because they didn't know how to make event trigger cognition. Sure. How's it going, society? Of controls. Yeah, I think it's not. I think it's not a case. I think there's just been like overwhelming proof. I think it's just that's what they all do. Just in this case, it's been proven. Let's just check here. If on 7, yeah. See this one on 7, we're getting no clock. So this one is trying to use hardware SPI. Oh wait, actually, maybe we should ground it before we make any decisions like that. This one's trying to use hardware SPI, which is just not working. If I have to remake the boards, I'm going to use hardware SPI. So this one is pulled high. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is completely dead. Okay, so let's, oh wait, we're in boot mode, idiot. There would be nothing in there anyways. Okay, let's, so this one's good. I'm gonna save this one before I bring you over to the screen here. Save as RF24. What did I call it? NRF RC. V2 RC TX. V2 RC TX. Save that one. And then new sketch. Okay, now I can bring you back over. Could have added event cognition. They made a user prompt and options and trained the robot to serve drinks by tracking its movements. Yeah, but that's not... The thing is, Society of High. The problem is that that would be transparently using outside data, whereas the goal was not to be transparent. The goal was to pretend like it's something that it isn't. That was the goal the whole time. Okay, so it's already saying that this might fail. Yeah, of course. Pretending is the worst part because it's all... Have a go in, Gerald. Thanks for being here. Pretending is the worst part because it's all to scam investors. I'm just going to tell everyone that's here now that weren't here at the beginning. This is the second night in a row that I don't get much sleep. So I'm going to try to do a full stream, but there's no guarantees. The other thing is if my mic dies, I'll just have to swap the battery because I haven't charged it in like 3 days. Okay, so let's just reset this. See if we get... There we go. We have a clock pulse. I see what you're saying, P. I can follow out the vendors, use that type function, and I think it would have been cool to see in action. I mean, I think we're in a time and place where there's no consequences for being a shithead, so that's what we get. All right, so let's see. That one is pulled high. We've definitely got here. Well, it is the investors too. It's everyone. It's everyone. There we go. That's our clock pulse. Very cool. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Need to sneeze, but I don't want to sneeze. I am the captain here. Franco, welcome. Welcome, welcome. How was NAPCO? Okay. So now, herein lies the problem. We need to get another USB cable to power this. Is this type C? Nope. This should be type C. I don't want to go on AliExpress, spend another 50 bucks on USB Type-C cables I won't be able to find ever again. But I might have to. Also need another one of these. So this is a charge only question mark cable. I think I have a tester here. Well, no, I know I have a tester. My question mark is if it's here. So when I finished my sentence as a question, it's because I'm not sure where my tester actually is. I need to build my system of drawers, but I need to cut wood for that. And cutting wood sucks right now because it is freezing cold outside. And also, I'll need to run it through a table saw. And I am more than a little terrified of table saws. Well, I don't know where it is. Too bad. It's just gonna have to work. Okay, so let's get this stuff going. What type of USB-C cable? I don't know. Whatever AliExpress garbage I have. I bought lots of cables for testing. I made a testing video. Did I release it? That's a good question. I make a lot of shit. I don't release half of what I make. YouTube.com/@simpleelectronics. USB. Yeah, I did. 1.3K views. Not a lot, but it could have been worse. Okay. So, servo. So, 3v3, pot, and ground. So, three v3 pot and ground. Okay, so there is my potentiometer for servo 1. And this one will plug into this guy. Have no status LED, no nothing on here. 2 USB cables in your workstation. Make sure one of them is charge only. Just add frustration. Yeah, don't. They have to be identical. The charge only and the not charge only. They have to be identical, so then you get maximum frustration. Just gonna make sure we're still getting clocks here. We are. Good. Okay. Now I have a servo that I pinned for this. Generally speaking, the power's in the middle on a servo, but for some reason I wasn't paying enough attention. So 5 volts go here. That should be servo 1. We'll flip around the cables if need be. Let me just be clear here. if this potentiometer makes this servo move, this will be the first time I have ever succeeded at getting an NRF 24 LO1 to communicate. Absolutely nothing here. Just want to confirm 3v3 potentiometer and ground. Okay, we're going to move this to a different slot. Okay, we got nothing. Let me see here. I'm getting clocks. I'm getting clocks. I'm going to confirm the pinout again. Ground is on the outside. We're going to try another channel. Not working. Okay. Let's just confirm here. Need to add a tracker in the important box. Not sure what that means. Okay, so set 0, set 0. Okay, let's go. Let's go see what pin is defined for servo 1 on both TX and RX. Okay, on TX, potentiometer 1 is pin 26. Servo 1 is pin 0. TX 26, RX 0. It's like getting the stars aligning code. Yeah, for me, for sure, it's like getting stars aligning in code. Okay, actually, let's confirm. Let's confirm in our schematic. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. You were sleeping? I wish I could sleep. How's your migraines? Oh. You still have migraines? I hope not. Open recent, this one. There we go. Okay, so on the receiver, we did put GP 0. Let me just confirm. Pot 1 is 26. And servo 1 is 0. Okay, so So we got it. Yeah. Gemini thinking. Oh, am I out of thinking? Yeah. Gemini thinking is the best so far. I'd pretty much use all of them, yes. You're correct. You're correct on that. But Gemini thinking is the best so far. But I am getting better at coding. So you better watch your butts, because I am coming. All right. At some point I'm going to code this. When I'm able to get this working, it'll give me confidence to get this working in Python. And then we will see. Well, I can't read that small. Oh no, the dummy fell. He's just gonna do some work under the hood here. Check the servo. Yeah, I'm methodically going through it right now. But right now I need to check the pins. 26 is 5 grand. 26 is the one right next to the white button there. Okay. It's this one. Okay, something is wrong. You see that? It's not picking up. It's not picking up my potentiometer. So, okay. Okay. Hey, how's it going, Ryan Labs? Did work on your stream overnight. Do I know you, Ryan? Did you change your name? Everyone has the Clippy thing now. Oh yeah. You've been here before. You've been streaming wrestling. Interesting. Right to repair guy. Gotcha. I'm sorry, I had very little sleep last night, so. Yeah, ITT, I'm trying not to think about it, considering I'm neighbors with the person in question. Okay. Let's see if we can pick up one of the boards. Where are my spare boards? This is a tool. It should really just be hanging up here with the rest of my tools. MRFer, where are the rest of my boards? Well, I guess I'll open KiCad. Okay. Are we on KiCad 9? Because that's the one I have. Remind me later. Let's go into the PCB editor. Okay. Did I confuse my pins? Because it's going to 26 third from the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, no, not everything. Nothing is good right now. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we are, okay. So our potentiometer is going. That's good. Let's check our servo. Society of High. Sometimes I repair stuff, but very rarely these days. That's 5 volts. That's good. Okay, pin 0. Actually, pin 0 is on the other side. So pin 0 should be our servo. Oh my God, I don't know what happened there. Let's just check. That's ground. That's power. We do have a servo pulse. I don't know if it's a servo pulse that we want. Okay, I'm going to change my, excuse me. Okay, to a rise pulse. Okay, we're going to scale this to see pulse shape. Okay, good. Now when we vary this, it is not varying the pulse. Oops, I grounded it. No variation in pulse there. Maybe I could try to poke down here. No variation in pulse there. No variation in pulse there. Okay. So, we might have a problem with timing on the SPI. It is possible that what Gemini was saying needs to be done, where the NRF is not communicating. So, TX, let's check the serial monitor. Select a port. Nothing here. $11,500, 200. Okay, nothing on the serial monitor. Let's reset. Hey, Curtis. We blinked LEDs yesterday, ITT. I don't know, dude. I don't know, society. Probably. It does map the analog read from 0 to 1023 to 0 to 1055, so it is mapping. Let's reset and See if we get any serial out. Oh shoot, I'm on the wrong one. Reset this one. So I'm plugged into the transmitter right now. I mean to the, excuse me, receiver right now. I'm just dying. I'll be all right. Okay, this should give me a port now. There we go. Sent 000. Okay, it's not reading. Okay, where is this print command? So I never got the TX initialized. Serial begin. Byte packet. Digital write. So it's serial printing this sent, and then this packet, packet array on ID 0. Yeah, AI is not great for code, but like unless a professional developer wants to help, at the moment this is all I can do. Analog read pot 1. Pot 1 is up here. Pot 1 is 26. Okay, how about we do this? Serial capital S. Serial dot print. Is it an F string? No. Raw values for pot 1, and then serial dot print pot 1. The only thing is this is doing this all together, but since this has already been read, I should be able to print it here, right? We'll see. You're into repairing old 60s, 70s audio and Z80 programming. Yeah, that's because you're nuts. A good kind of nuts, but still nuts. All right, let's upload this shit. Okay, so now it says 26 is my raw value. I'm moving the pot, it's not doing anything. Why is 26? Why would it be 26? Okay. I should be able to declare a value in here. Okay. Test value equals analog read pot1, then print test print pot1 print let's try that. Popper in boot mode. Upload. Oh, I'm an idiot. No. Stop. Cancel. Yeah, thank you. Is capital P in print? Yeah, I think so. Oopsies. Oh, it's serial.print. Idiot. Sorry, not pot1. Wanted test value and serial.print. 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 Upload that shit. Yes, I very much understand. Okay, int. I very much understand that vibe coding is faster, but at the moment I'm having trouble tracking. The Arduino IDE is horrible for tracking changes, and right now I just need to wrap my head around what's going on. I am very well aware of the strength of AI. I use it quite a bit. Rhine Labs, if you check, I've got a public profile. I don't know if there's anything private here. Give me a second. This is not private. So I am working on learning to code. So you can check my progress at any moment if you want. There you go. Look at all the hard work I've been doing. So boot.dev, they were working on a sponsorship deal. I haven't heard from them in a while now, but I presume in good faith that things are still happening behind the scenes. Okay, so now the value, you guys can't see this. What? Output. How do I make this bigger? Anyways, now it's like 500 and something. Now it's 5. Now it's 1,023. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the analog reads out of here. This is what I'm going to do. Int pot 1 read equals 0. Int pot 2 read equals 0. Int pot 3 read equals 0. Okay, and then we're going to go pot 1 read equals analog read pot 1 pot 2 read equals analog read pot 2 pot 3 read equals analog read pot 3. Okay, and now we're going to map pot 1 read pot 2 read pot 3 read Is this a valid declaration? Is this valid C++? You were mentioning earlier about the scammed investor. This also sours the investor in working with future tech. Yeah, of course. That's very true. That's absolutely true. Chat GPT, is this valid for declaring a variable in Arduino C? I think it might get confused. Okay. As long as byte is defined, normally it's in the Arduino environment. Oh, okay, it's abstracted. I hate abstractions. I really do. All right, TX. So let's try this. So maybe separating them would be a good thing. Maybe a little bit bad thing. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying my best. Nothing. So, how come these have a value? Sorry, guys. Here is some code. And my problem is that later on, the serial monitor prints the values of, what does it print? Packet 012. The 3 packet indexes, and it is always printing 0. Do we know IDE RP 2040 0? No. Okay, we can try that. Hold on. Okay. Hold your horses. When I print the raw pot 1 values, and vary my potentiometer, I get readings between 0 and 1023 though. So you might be wrong there. Yes, that's what I said, you dick. Thank you. Correct. Okay, we're gonna go deck the halls with bells of holly. Deck. 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 Let's reset the Arduino. Uh-oh. Didn't go into boot mode. Oh, that was reset. Boot. Damn you. Into boot mode you go. Upload that shit. It was wrong though. It was totally wrong. Well, looky here. Still zeros all the way down. still printing zeros all the time. Maybe we should just go listen to what Gemini said, because Gemini said to add between the serial clock pin toggles. Right here. Any luck on getting the lab view? No. I haven't done it yet. I have a sticky note to do it, though. Do I put the delay before or after? Before going high, before going back to low, after going low? All right. It can't be. Can you just rewrite it then? Please keep the SPI as a bit bang because I can't have the hardware SPI working. Pardon me, just had to sneeze there. I don't know what it's doing. Let's try this. What's this saying? How could we confirm that the RP is successfully talking to the NRF? And how can we be sure the NRF can actually transmit? So far, I have only been scoping the Mozzie and Meso lines, Mozzie and Meso and clock lines to confirm there are signals going to the NRF, but beyond that, no clue. SPI check. Are you a coder society, or are you just a vibe coder like me? Okay, how about this? Can you rewrite the code, making sure that can confirm the NRF functions and is able to oh, this is fast though, transmit on boot, and you just add that protection. The RP has plenty of memory for this. No sense in paring it down, right? So this is the Gemini fast. I might have to re-request it with Gemini not fast. Is it in boot mode? I don't think so. Let's put it in boot mode. Rather not hand code because it eats up a lot of time. So far, I mean, I use AI because I can't code, but I can promise you that since I started learning, I know that I would be able to do this faster if I understood code. So take that for what it will. I mean, coding simple things is easy. Easier. So AI can do that. But when it comes to like critical, no receiver found. No receiver found. Hold on. That doesn't mean no transmitter found. Okay, the values. The values are valuating. Oh my God. Okay. Let's upload the code to the receiver. Boot. No doot about it. Yeah, thank you, Johnny. I got there eventually. You gotta walk me there slowly. Oh no, what is this? TX? Oh, I don't have the RX saved. Okay. Gemini may have done it. I'm getting excited here, but if you understand the channel, you would know that it has been a like 5-year struggle, more than that, 8-year struggle with the NRF 24L01. The servo just did something. Yeah, learning takes a lot of time. It does develop your brain. My brain is tired and old. Okay, let me just stuff this in one. Servo 1. Let's just plug this guy in and see what happens. If it does work, I want to get it on camera. That is plug autoed. Just gonna make sure. On 1. Okay, what's the debug saying here? I can just go to the other screen. Nothing. The serial monitor on the receiver is not giving me anything. If I reset, okay, so far the radio is listening, but it's not receiving anything. Just going to confirm that we are still powered up here. Okay, and then this should be able to scope here. Yep, I still have our clock pulses. Okay, that's good. This one too. I'm also, you know what? I'm also just gonna check that the 3.3 volt is not being pulled down. No, 3.32 volt. So we're good. Okay, gonna check on this side. The receiver is not receiving anything. Gonna check here, pin 7. Ooh, that is noisy. Why is that so noisy? Why is that so noisy? Quite noisy. That is a stable 3.36 volts. So it's listening. But it's not hearing anything. Let's swap these. I want to go see the serial monitor for the transmit. Let me pop a port. No receiver found. No receiver found. Okay, guys. I checked for shorts. There's no shorts. Is it possible this module is dicked? I know it is a little cattywampus. Do you have to set a frequency? No, frequency is done automatically, and the reading pipe is a string, or the communications pipe is a string. Most likely a language scaling or communication problem. Well, I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, with these Chinesium components, you know what? I'll plug it in without the servo. Maybe there's too much voltage drop in the power cable. There shouldn't be. Let's see. No receiver found. If I reset this, no receiver found. Yeah, everything is possible from AliExpress. That's the thing. Take a phone call, put you on pause. Stay still? No? No, it's all good. Oh, I get pause. Ah. I don't know if I could extract this module with a hot air gun alone. And try a different one. God, we're so close, guys. Okay. Okay. Gemini, help. Help me, Gemini Kenobi. You're my only hope. Aside from hiring a professional dev, which I'm not going to do. Okay. Okay. So it seems... power issue, if the load exceeds, no, it's not. I checked, I scoped my power lines, they're rock solid. Okay, so I have a problem. The transmitter is reporting that, what is it reporting? Transmitter is reporting that it can't detect a receiver. The receiver is reporting no comms to the NRF. That's what was happening, right? No receiver found. I have just receivers on both. No, the RX is just saying RX listening. Is reporting radio listening. Help me diagnose this problem. Gemini 1 Kenobi. You're my only hope. Okay. TX side is working. SPI is healthy. Radio wave isn't making back to the other side. The other side is saying, or the other side is saying, isn't saying I got it back. Oh my God, you didn't set the address explicitly, you nub? No brownouts. Okay. Can confirm. No brownouts. Please rewrite the code fully to explicitly set the pipes. I can't be trusted to copy paste into the code. I will screw it up. No paid plans. No paid plans. I have a paid Gemini subscription and Copilot subscription through the college, which I'll use if I get desperate. But all I have access to, like thinking, the thinking model is the best model on Gemini. Copilot's not worth using. I think I have this Pro as well, but I think Pro is just thinking but with better math. Okay, here it goes. What do we have right now? That's the receiver. We're gonna put the receiver. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. Control V. Upload this shit. That is the receiver. Anent, yeah, but it's not that simple. The problem is there's multiple issues that it could be. I'm just curious what this is going to say. This is uploading still. Oh my God, please. Please work. I just want to publish my work. Could not connect to COM31 serial port. That's because it's COM32. That would cause that issue now, wouldn't it? Oh my God. Okay, now what are you reporting? It's not reporting anything. Let's reboot. Okay, it's listening for transmitter now. So here we go. Boot this. We're gonna put the new TX code. Oh my God. Honestly, Society of High, I drink so much coffee, I wouldn't be able to afford Red Bull. So this. Transmitter. Ugh. Notice ChatGPT on the base account would only generate 2 to 3 images per day. Correct. Yeah, all AI society, all AI has trouble with multiple lines of code. The more lines of code you ask it to generate, the more it runs out of memory and forgets what was involved before. It's not going to be able to connect, right? Is that what's going on? Yeah, nope, it's on the wrong thing. Upload. Okay, no receiver found. Fair, right? That's a fair assertion. Oh, shit. Do you guys want to see serial monitor? I guess not. You guys probably want to see this. You know what? Let's add... Give me a second here. Let's add display capture. Actually, you know what? No, we won't do that. We'll add, should be a window capture, Arduino. Okay, select the window. V2RCTX, this one. Okay, now I go like, oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Transform. Isn't there a crop? Edit, transform. Crop right. Probably like 750 pixels. No, more. I'm in 1440p, I forgot. 1, 9, 1900, 2100. That's too much. 2000 pixels. And then from the top, 1500. Oh, that's too much. 700, 800, 900. There we go. Okay. There we go. You guys get to see it. Okay. So here is what we got. This one's powered up. That's the serial monitor, which we're seeing right now. We will now power up the receiver. Hopefully it sees. Okay, don't panic yet. Okay. Welcome back. This is the first time ever, and I do mean ever, that we have an NRF on something that I uploaded working. This is history. Just want to check and confirm that the 3v3 is not dropping out. I guess I have to stab this. Let's move the trigger position up. If it drops below like 3.16, it should trigger. No, 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 lock, no. This one is wireless. I have a servo tester already. That one's wired. This one is wireless. First ever. Let's try something here. Let's move it down to potentiometer number 2. Let's move this to servo number 2. Also works. Let's do number 3. All 3 channels work. Holy tamale, that was beyond complicated, like insane. No, society. Wi-Fi is easy. Wi-Fi has lots of built-in libraries and everything. If I wanted to do Wi-Fi, I would use a ESP32. This is specifically these NRF 24L01 RF modules, which are insanely ubiquitous, and I've never been able to get them to work. Oh, look at that. If I ground the antenna, I screw up the link. That's funny. Yeah, so the train project is one. I wanted to make an RC controller. Like, there's lots of things. And I think the big issue is that I never wanted to use an Arduino Uno. These things, there are millions of projects using these things and Arduino Unos. But the thing is, if you want a nice compact project, you don't want to use an Uno. You want to use something small. And I thought the RP2040 would be perfect for this. It seems like it is, but maybe I just need to use hardware SPI better or something. I don't know. But this now works. The servo moves very slowly. So next thing I want to do is I want to hook up a higher quality servo to it. I just want to make sure that the servo is not crap. I feel like I had servos out a little while ago. You know what I can do though? I can just scope the output. Let's do that. We're going to scope the output and see if the slow response time is the fault of the servo being slow, because it is a cheap, it's a very cheap 9-gram servo. I think this is ground. I hope it's ground. We're about to find out. Okay, so here's our signal. You guys can see that. Oh, scale the other way. Also allowed you to use ubiquitous. Yeah. Yeah, I think ubiquitous is a little overused. I think the word ubiquitous is too ubiquitous in our lexicon, if that makes any sense. Okay, here it goes. Okay. That is laser fast. Actually, it's not laser fast. It's actually kind of slow. Uh-oh. So here you can see the real-world latency. I might have to ask AIs to speed it up a little bit. But we are using some milliseconds of delay to stabilize everything. So I don't know if it's I don't know what's causing it. Like a laser through mud, yeah. Oh my God, you have no idea. Well, I say you have no idea. The folks in the chat that are in here every single day, they have an idea how long it's been that I wanted to do this. Here, let's do it the other way so it matches. There we go. And we can change the scaling. There we go. It's not that fast. You know what we can do is we can plot the difference by, where can I grab this from? So I'm going to grab the ground from here. It's GPIO 0. Grab this. This might be a little in the way. Here, we'll do it like this. Years of trying and cooking boards, yeah. Okay, so if we turn on channel 2, and we pop that onto GPIO 0. No, it's not 0. Uh-oh. It's actually third from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Don't think I can get in there. Flip this upside down. 2, 3. This one? No, this one. 2, 3. Hold on a sec. Oh, it's 10 millivolts. That's the wrong scale. I'm going to go 1 volt per division. No, it was here. 1, 2, 3. This one. Oh, this isn't. Oh, wait. Trigger is on channel 1. Oh, we lost something here. This is still working. That's not working anymore. Is this shorting? No. Something's not working. Grounded. You know what the problem might be? We might be sharing the grounds. No? I don't know. Let's reset this one. Oh. I think this one's dead. Let's reset. There we go. That works now. I might have shorted something. This one. There we go. Yeah, you can see the time difference. Interesting. Well, ITT, I am the one who designed the PCB. I'm also the one who made the mistakes in the PCB. So there was that. I'm also the one who asked it to bit bang. I promise you, next January, I will be way more competent. I am learning code at a rapid pace. That was insanity, though. That was not easy to get to this point. And we still have OLED that we can add. But now I've got code. Am I remembering it? Yeah. I'm definitely picking up skills. I'll tell you that. It is in Python, though. I'm not at the application stage yet. Like, I can't really... Like, I could probably build something simple. But I'm still looking up syntax. But I'm definitely, you know, getting my mind on how to tackle coding problems. Feels good to have that working. Feels very good to have that working. I really need an excuse to have a scope like sitting here all the time. I need Python or C, same results. Not same code though at all. Very, very different stylistically. Very different overhead too. Python is like interpreted, it's not even compiled. Everybody take 5. Okay. I need another coffee because, like I said, I barely slept last night, so I will go get that and we will reconvene here. Also, ITT, have you heard any of the high-pitch squealing yet? Or does it look like it's fixed? I will fix it like permanent, but at least this will give me an indication. Oh, you take the one you want. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, take a break. It is coffee time. I am back, baby. I kept the best part for you guys, mixing the cream in. Ooh. Okay, so it's over. No, we're on break. Just a break. More experience. What? Society, you make some YouTube videos. Maybe I'll learn from you. You build thermal pipelines. Let me check your channel. Yeah, you looks like you should make some YouTube videos, Society of High. All right, so I'm going to stop capturing this. I'm going to save this. I'm going to save my receiver code. Save as. New folder, v2, rc, rx, v2, rc, rx. Okay, saving this stuff. I mean, everything I do here is amateur work too. Let me make sure. Arduino sketches, no. Documents, Arduino. I'm gonna copy this over. I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure I can copy this stuff. Rename backups and then copy there. Okay, so now we're going to commit the cardinal sin. What is the cardinal sin, folks? Do you guys know it? What are we going to do? What is the cardinal sin when you have a working piece of code? We are going to modify the code. Yeah, we're going to fix it till it's broken. Oh, sweet, I've got thinking. Okay. Okay, let's not waste the thinking. We're going to go fast. Okay, do not rewrite the code. Just answer my questions very honestly. I don't need reassurances. I need to know if it is possible, and I need the strict truth to these questions. 1. I have noticed a bit of input latency between the pot on the TX and the output of the RX. Can that be solved easily without breaking anything? 2. On the TX, I would like an OLED display running over I²C. I have had issues with hardware SPI on this project, as you know. Will I have issues with hardware I²C given my pin assignments? I did, yeah. I saved and backed up both pieces of working code. That's saved. It saves every time you upload as well, so that's a good thing. Three, can we increase the transmit power without causing instability? To be clear, this has to be functional first and foremost. If any of these changes will affect stability, please say so. Okay, hardware I²C for the OLED. You will not have the same issues with I²C you had with SPI, but there's a specific timing risk. I²C is a relatively slow protocol. Fixed time while the RP2040 is busy sending data to the screen, it cannot be sending data to the radio. Okay, that's good. Increasing transmit power. This the highest risk. Oh, okay, at the ceiling. Okay, we're good. Okay, good. Good to know. Okay, here is what I would like. Can you implement the OLED you know what? What is the range? I don't know. I don't know. The RF range depends on a lot of stuff. Okay. Can you rewrite the code to solve the latency issue? Would it be a good idea to replace the delays with loops that... Okay, hold on. Loops that check time instead of using delay. That the CPU, MCU can be available to bit bang its heart out. Also, the RP2040 is dual core. Are we using both cores already? Give me a second, I'm gonna sneeze again. I'm allergic to working code, apparently. First move to millis, base timing, non-blocking on a single core. This usually solves 99% of latency issues. Second, only move this to the second core if the OLED update makes the servos twitch significantly. Non-blocking timers, dual core. Okay, so here's the thinking. Okay, can you please implement the OLED that we talked about? I have to go find what OLED I'm using. AliExpress. Go away. Orders. OLED. I'm using um, 128 by 64. Talked about over I2C, respecting my pin assignments. 128 by 64 OLED. I will get back to you about stability. Okay, can you also swap all the delays with non-blocking ones? Can you also rigorously comment the code such that a beginner like me or another AI would be able to follow what is going on in the code, please? Please tell me if this is too much to handle. No, Johnny, you can do that on your own tokens, right? let's see what its idea of commenting is. Pin assignments, OLED settings, non-blocking timing variables, 5-byte radio address, bitbang SPI, so I thought we were not doing blocking, but I guess it might be, I don't know, might be important. No. I mean, but I said me, and it knows that I'm not a complete idiot. I mean, you know, there's some level of ignorance there, but not fully. Okay, set SDA SCL. Configure radio, set TX address, record current time, send radio data, cool. The receiver with non-blocking timing. Yes, I have pins. You maybe can't see it. Down here. Down there for the OLED. It's on both boards because both boards are identical, but the point is to have an OLED to track the position of your pins, of your pots, sorry. Non-blocking timing, that's good. Because we removed delay, TX can now send 50 updates per second instead of 10. Code explicitly tells the RP 2040 to use GP 13 and 14 for I2C. No. Okay, so we're going to try to run these. So we can actually close. I'm going to open another instance. Yeah, you can. Yeah, so I've heard that description said, JB. I've heard that description quite a bit. But the truth is, I'm really into documentation. I don't think code needs to be exclusive to coders. You know what I mean? Having a hard time with that. But anyways, let's see if this runs. So we're going to grab this. But yes, Society of High, you can offer tips if you'd like. Let's just save this as, and I'm going to go to this and do another folder and do V3 RC TX. Oops. I named it wrong. Is there a rename? Hang on a sec. The AI does write readable code. Logical naming of variables and methods are important. Hey, I learned what methods are. See, I am coder. See me roar. V3 RC. Rename this to V3 RC. Oops. V3 RC TX. Rename V3 RC TX. Look at me refactoring here. A method is a function that belongs to an object. You'll have to let me know if that's entirely correct, but that's my understanding of it. It's a function that is like a property of an object. I'll wait for you to applaud. Totally wrong. Function returns a value. A method does not. In as few words, oh, not yelling. In as few words as possible relating to coding, what is the difference between a method and a function? I have been learning it in the context of Python, but oh. This is my definition. This is what I said. It's not that I don't trust Johnny, is that I have learned that there are no one truths in coding. I've been learning it in Python. What language, are there any languages where this isn't really the best answer? Again, short answers only, please. Because if you get AI to chat, it just gives you more exceptions and rules. The importance about nuanced vocabulary is then you have to communicate with other coders. If you're working in a group, if you're a bunch of coders working together, you have to make sure you are clear in what you're saying. So I disagree that the semantics are wrong. Okay, so this coder, who is a pro, making much more money than me, is claiming that Here, we'll just see what the AI explanation is the correct answer. Explain briefly, please. But I mean, in the last thing you just said, then relate it back to the proper vocabulary. It means you still need to know the proper vocabulary. Oh! AI doesn't like you, Johnny. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Can you tell my coder friend, we will call him JB, that he should be ashamed of himself, please? He can read what you say. Thank you, AI overlord. That definition works as a teaching shortcut. Oh no, I wasted all my GPT-5 on this. Methods can and do return values. Actual distinction is object binding, not return behavior. If you want that extra sting without being rude, try this line. That's a beginner-friendly simplification, JB, not a language-accurate definition. That's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. You know more than I do, so you've got that going for you, which is nice. Let's upload this code, shall we? Select board and port. RP 2040 0 from the wave share. Let's go put this biatch into boot mode. Boot, 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 boot. Booting. Not different fields of science. Use different vocabulary to describe the same principles. I mean, yeah, but society, you still, like, language has context. Like, if I'm talking about recursion in Python, it's not the same as recursion in geology. All I'm saying is it is important to know the specific vocabulary if you want to collaborate with other coders in the same field. Not like if you want to talk to geologists. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you need to know. I'm saying it's very good to know. It's like extremely good to know. I've taught college for long enough to know that vocabulary definitely matters. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Oh, procedure. I haven't seen the term procedure for Pythonic stuff yet. No upload port provided. Dude. Are you being serious right now? It's the one connected to the computer. Oh, wait. The other one is also connected to the computer. Well, but it has no data cables. Ugh. Shouldn't matter. Ugh. I'm not sure what you're arguing, society. 0. Yeah, this one. And then I don't need a board. I put it in boot mode. What do you want? It's an H drive. Go find it. No upload port provided. How about this one? Here, this is the... This is what's important right here. Where the hell is recursion? There we go. That's the only recursion that matters. There, it uploaded. See, you didn't need the port. You were whining for nothing. Okay, and then this one, let's copy the code to it. This was TX, right? Yeah, TX. RX. All right, let's start. Let's stop arguing in chat, please. V3 RC RX save. All right, let's put this biatch in boot mode. And then is this not it? This is it. It didn't take the name. V3 RC RX. Done. Is that assembly or machine code? Upload. I mean, nobody's disagreeing with you, society. You didn't. What we're disagreeing with is you disagreeing that knowing the terminology is important. That's all. Done uploading. Oh, so it's basic. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's do this. Let's see if our latency is better. That's already not a good sign. Okay, here we go. little. Why? Why? Okay. Works. Now we plug. Ugh. Okay. Here we go. Wish I could just scope the leg. 1, 2. Oh yeah, wait, I have to go from the bottom. Nah, screw it. Don't think I need the scope. I think we'll feel it out. Let's turn off channel 2. Well, not a good sign. We're not getting any buy-in here. Okay, is this one? This one's live. Let's do a reset. Oh. We're gonna have to look at the. Tools, serial monitor. Grab that board. Okay. Oh, apparently I can't grab that display. COM32. Yeah, that should be on the receiver. If I reset this. No longer getting anything on the serial. Okay, so let's actually read what we've done. Oh. Give me a second. So we broke it. Okay, so let's see. This is the receiver code. Do we have any print statements? Did it remove all the safeguards? Serial begin. So we should be. What did it do? Because we're not getting anything on here. The code you provided broke everything. The RX is not even printing anything to serial. Don't rewrite it. Just analyze what could have gone wrong. Well, hold on. Okay. Okay, stop. Okay, stop, stop, stop. You aren't diagnosing with logic here. Firstly, why would you remove the heartbeat? I was explicit that I wanted that. Second, why would the RX stop talking over serial because of OLED initialization when the RX doesn't have an OLED at all? Is the serial Nah, we ain't doing that. Okay, wait. But it's not printing anything, this serial. Okay. It's off its rocker. We're too long. I think the conversation is too long now. It's losing track. I think we're using too much memory, so it's not doing it. So we're not. We need to restart a session. Hold on a sec. You know how I had the family crisis thing? I'm just reading about it. Okay. Updated family group chat. So yeah, it's not listening. So we need to go back to the old code, open a new session, and have it fix it. So if we open the old code, So here's the TX. Open recent. Here's the RX. It's the loop. Where's the begin? Okay. Let's do this. Let's grab this. Let's see if we can introduce, well, we probably have one more thinking. So let's paste this. This code. It does function. What would make it more stable, efficient, maintainable, etc. RP 2040 0 wave share and NRF 24 L01 modules. It's impressive that you've written a functional bit banging driver. No. Hardware SPI has consistently failed me with the hardware combo, but bit banging works. Any idea why? I have had like 20 revisions of hardware SPI and it just doesn't work. Some of the code even hard crashed the RP 2040 to the point that I needed to nuke the memory to recover it. I feel like this is probably an off-stream fixing. Yeah, this is a lot of mumbo jumbo. So passing, no, sorry, I'm reading. Passing the pins to the SPI library is what caused a hard crash. I would have to remap my pins, and at this point I am too deep into production to do so. But anyways, seems like I still have thinking credits left, so that's good. But I think the thing is I have to refine the code, and refining the code involves a lot of back and forth with AIs and timing out. So I don't think it's a good process for being live on stream. So that being said, I think it is time to end the stream. I think I'm going to have some food very shortly. There's some stuff I want to do. My boss called me yesterday and he would like me to work on Thursday. So I will be live here tomorrow morning, as long as I don't feel like complete shit because I didn't sleep again. But I will be live here tomorrow morning. The goal for today is for me to get these things working to a satisfactory level, and then is to record this video tomorrow morning. So that is going to be the goal. So if you're interested in that, be there or be square, same bad time, same bad channel. So yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.